A sweltering welcome back to Spectacle Island for episode 26 with me, Mr. Sealy P. Here's where I'm at. I've been using some of the stuff I prepared, not the other day, but the day before, in making Total Mix ration. I've filled up the trough, and what I'm doing now is putting Total Mix ration into the hayloft, which it takes here at the farm. My plan being, if I can clear all of that, I can then make another 2 stacks of the full Total Mix ration sandwiches, and then I'll stick that in there, and then I'll gradually work my way through that, and then when I'm done, we'll bring on to full ones of those. So that's kind of what I was doing at the moment. Another one of those, just kind of showing you what I'm doing. It's all part and parcel. Obviously, I've been bringing machinery in that I'd left scattered all over the place. It's not like me to leave stuff normally a bit more tidy than that. So I've been bringing stuff in, repairing, washing. Oh, that's not good. Repairing, washing, and putting away. I'm waiting on corn on field 10, 9, 10, 11, and then canola on fields 1 to 5. Once that's all good to go, then we're going to be doing the harvest on those. There'll be a big silage harvest to come. I've installed the big food silo by Holger Sengstock. So we'll look at the difference between that and the Quiet Hitman pallets and see which is a cheaper option with regard to pig food. That'll be coming. So I was thinking, I was racking my brains thinking, what can I do? I did think initially, you know what I'll do? I'll just skip through a day. I'll just make sure the animals are fed and watered. I'll speed up time, skip through a day, then we can get back onto, we'll do the silage harvest and stuff, but it's all stuff I'm doing in between, so I thought I'd show it anyway. So while I was doing that, I decided to do a transport job, because I haven't really touched the transport jobs at all. Jim's gone to all the trouble of doing them and, haven't done any. So I've got the little trailer, the flatbed low loader-esque trailer. I didn't have front loader forks for any of my tractors, so I went and got a set of front loader forks, and I have gone for the CSZ pack big bag handler, because I thought, well, using the forklift, I have done a load of pallet fork work. I know people, prefer me to do pallet fork work, and I do use the CSZ pack forks a lot because I find them easy to use. And so, as far as what I've decided is I've done a fair bit of pallet fork work on this Let's Play. So I'm going to go and use the CSZ. So I've got the flatbed trailer. Now the only problem I've got is when I get to where I'm going, I don't know how many pallets I'm going to have. It can be 4, can be 6. It depends what Jim has programmed. I'm going to the observatory. You know what, I'm going to have to check because I'm going to go to the wrong place otherwise, aren't I? Active observatory to the transport company. If you haven't done transport jobs before, again, this is another one. If you're new to the game and you've never done it, and you're on a map, there's transport jobs. What will happen is when you pick the transport job to do, it will put a yellow dot where you're picking up from on the map. So even if you're not sure where the place is, there'll be a yellow dot. Now, obviously, that can be mixed up with yellow dots you've got for other bits of machinery. But then, to be fair, if I click on those, it will tell me milling machine. If I click on that, nothing happens. So that's the one. And then you're looking for a red dot. This is your destination, which is that one there. Again, if you've got any other red dots on the map, if you click on those, for example, these here, if I click on that, I think, oh, maybe that's my destination. That's my Lexion, so I know it's not. Just in case you didn't know. So we're going to go up to the observatory, grab some pallets, stick them on the back, take them to the transport company, get paid. I think there's a couple of transport jobs that are available. So we'll do that. I've been tidying stuff up. Oi, that's what I was going to do. Did I say oi? What I was going to... Oi, pay attention. What I was going to do was get the milling machine, wasn't I, with a trailer and go out and clear all the grass off of field 7 that I'd left behind, all the bits that hadn't quite picked up. I forgot all about that. So all these are growing. Field 5 is now growing. I need to look at potentially buying field 6. It's quite pricey, but like I said, I can make that a ton of that money back on the wood chips from the trees that are on field 6. So animals are ticking over. Gold is being smelted. All the jobs that I needed to do have been done so far. This field has been extended, has been repurposed, replanted, and it's going strong. So yeah, all the fertilising jobs are done. I'm kind of up with everything. That's why I thought, right, next, that's for the outtake reel. Looks like 4 pallets of what, I don't know. So what I'll do is drop that there. I don't know how heavy they're going to be, because what I've often done, and you can kind of get away with when you're using the CSZ pack, depends how heavy the stuff is. Sometimes, you know, I haven't got a real weight on this, so sometimes it can be a bit of a problem. Let's zoom in a little bit. That's going to be an issue. That's better. There's multiple options. Actually, what I should have done. See? Buffoon. It's better if I do them that way around, maybe. Oh, I don't know. No, that'd be alright. You know what? I'll try and pick it up. If I get right between the two, I should be alright. But it does depend how heavy they are. Oh no, we're alright. I know on, was it Ravenport a while back, when I first did it, was tiles you had to collect. And I know obviously on Sussex Farms, if you were doing the gold deliveries, those pallets weighed ridiculous amounts. So you really did need a weight on the back of whatever you were using. So yeah, obviously using the CSZ pack, of course it makes life easier. But as I've said before, each their own. If you know, with more practice, and as I found using the forklift truck, you know, it's always that thing of, I can use pallet forks. I have no problem using pallet forks. But then what happens is, as soon as I turn on the camera, isn't it weird how that's how your mind works? But that's kind of in essence what I'm doing. As soon as I start recording, it never works. Everything goes to pieces. I could spend an hour doing pallet work and no problem at all. Then I hit record and everything goes wrong. And everyone's like, oh, he's useless, he can't use pallet forks. That's not true. It's not true. So if you don't like using pallet forks, then why put yourself through that all the time? I was talking on Gold Rush when I was doing my Gold Rush video yesterday about this. About the fact I'm kind of getting to the point on there where I'm kind of running out of things to do now. I've moved my parcel of land. I'm buying tier 5 equipment. If you haven't watched any of them, it's not going to mean anything to you. And then I'm going to get to a point where I've bought all of the big equipment that I need to buy, and then it kind of just becomes a thing of, okay, what am I doing now then? I'm just kind of on here. The whole reason for doing the mining, getting the gold, is to buy the new gear to work your way up. Then obviously in the real world, the real reason is to make loads of money and become wealthy, and then you can buy all the other things you want to get. Obviously the game doesn't allow you to then go off and buy a big house and sports cars and that kind of stuff. That's not what the game's about. So I could make the game harder for myself. I could change settings, and I could make things difficult and challenge myself to get better at certain things. But as I said while I was doing that video, there has to be a balance. Everyone's balance will be somewhere different. Some people push themselves to the absolute limit. So it'll be, I need to get better, I need to improve, therefore I put the settings on as hard as they can be. I'm not necessarily going to enjoy what I'm doing for a while, but I will improve. Great. Some people put all the settings on as easy as possible because they just want to come on and have a bit of fun and not really care about anything else. And then everyone else is kind of somewhere in between, where you want a bit of a challenge, but you also want to have fun. It's finding that balance. If you can find that balance with a game, because in essence, you know, you're buying a computer game to play, and you want to enjoy it, don't you? I mean, if you were turning on the game every time I put this on, or whichever game I'm playing, and everything was so difficult. I mean, I've done it on previous games, not on Farming Simulator or anything like that, but on games where I've never been a big fan of games with like end of level bosses, that kind of thing. And I always remember as a kid, I can't remember what game it was, getting to a level, and I got to the end of level, and I end of level boss and couldn't beat it. I tried, you know, and it was sort of bashing your head against a brick wall, and I would come off the game. I would leave it a few days, play other stuff, come back on, and you think, you know, at some point it's just gonna, the penny will drop, something will click, something will change, and it didn't. And I went on and on and on, and every time I turned the game on, it was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be playing this. This, you know, if that's the case, why play it then? But at that point, there's no point playing it. And that's when people then start looking for cheats and looking for things, you know, you go online for, you know, you watch guides and how do I beat it, and you watch someone else play and they go, oh, it's, you do this, this and this, and you think, oh yeah, that's easy, isn't it? And you go on and you just still, you can't do it. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, using those forks, if you don't like using pallet forks, use them. Doesn't matter. You know, I have said all this before, I know I have. But we'll go to the transport company, we'll see if we get paid for this, see if we get any other transport jobs available. Might grab another one of those. Oh yeah, while I'm doing this, don't forget everybody, if you're interested, you might not be, FarmCon is from today, Wednesday the 21st. FarmCon will be 21st, 22nd, 23rd. If you go on to, I think the link is in the description for the website. If you go onto the blog, there's a thing about FarmCon there, and it tells you what the schedule is for the 3 days. I think they're streaming on Twitch, is it YouTube as well? Definitely Twitch, from 8 PM. Obviously that's going to depend on where you are in the world. And I think tonight is looking at seasonal cycles. What was it? Seasonal cycles, the new US map Elm Creek, and there was another thing. Tomorrow is going to be actual gameplay footage, so it's going to be looking at all sorts of stuff. So yeah, if you want to set a reminder to do that. I'm not sure where I'm going to be able to go with regard to putting up any videos or anything on it, because I haven't got any access to any of the stuff, you know, any of the videos. I haven't had any pre-release stuff. I haven't had any early access to the gameplay modes or nothing like that. So I will be seeing it for the first time with everybody else. Now, I thought it was up here. Oh, it's on the dock down there, not on the cargo ship. I've come to the wrong place. I read the map wrong. So yeah, FarmCon. I know what used to happen in previous years was FarmCon was kind of, I suppose, a bit elitist in the way that you had to go to FarmCon, actually go to FarmCon to get to see all the cool stuff and be part of it and all that kind of thing. And I was lucky enough to go one year, you know, because I was doing FSL, you know, and it was always held in Germany at a manufacturer, you know, which is great. But I always felt it was a little bit kind of, that's great, but what about the people that can't get there, you know? And I know a few days would go past, sometimes a little bit longer, and then they would release the videos and stuff and would be available for you to have a look at if you wanted to see them, which was all very nice. I know it's not great that people can't actually attend FarmCon at the moment because of the current worldwide situation. But the flip side of that is I like the fact it's online, like last year's was, and you can see all the different discussions. There's going to be Discord chat as well. There's going to be, you can talk to some of the game devs are going to be available on the Farming Simulator Discord server, I think. So after the various different things have been shown, the presentations, you can chat with the relevant people. So yeah, it's all sorts of stuff going on. It's going to be quite cool. Transport finished. So what's happened now is we're going on to our contracts. Oh, I've realised what I've done. Collect. I broke my rule. I've broken my own rule. Windmill Hill to Bakery. I wasn't going to do any contracts, was I? Does that count? I mean, it's still a contract, I suppose, isn't it? It's not field work. I didn't even think. I was so kind of wrapped up in that. Let's find something to do, and clicked on there. But oh, transport jobs. Can we separate them out? Transport jobs and contract. Well, I'm still contract work. I won't do any field work. Promise. It'll just be the transport. We'll just do these couple. I broke my own rule. No. Anyway, we're heading now to the windmill, and from the windmill to the bakery. Actually, that's not too far, is it? Check on our map. Windmill Hill. So we go up there, up to the windmill, to there, and the bakery's just there. So nice short hop. Let's do those, and then don't know. What do we do next? I might well end up having to speed up time a little bit and get on to doing something else, maybe. Oh, I forgot. No, I've got another job I need to do. I completely forgot. Again, I got so caught up in chatting. The price for eggs was phenomenal at Granny's. And what I was going to do was put the pallet on, go and get the transport job pallets and take them all down, stop off at Granny's on the way, and I completely forgot. Well, I'll see you at Granny's in a moment. Let's get rid of that pallet and see what we get for it. The last time I did pallets was down at Portside Cafe, and I was getting 25 grand per pallet. Bear in mind there's 4,800 litres in those reusable egg pallets. Oh, that's so annoying. Can't believe I forgot. So the price would have gone down even more by the time I get there. I am down at Granny's, and now I'm going to use my He-Man powers. By the power of Grace Culture. Right, let's take this over. Now, I'm not looking at the price. It was sitting at 6,000 and something, 6,400 I think, but it was dropping. I don't want to look at the price now and see what it is because I made the mistake. If it's over 25 grand for this entire pallet, I'll be over the moon. I mean, to be fair, if it's under 25 grand, I'll be over the moon because it's still pretty good pricing. So it really doesn't matter whether I can get it through the door or not. It's going to be a whole nother ball game. We should be able to. The door seems fairly wide. That's a problem. So how do I sell? I can't. Oh no, is that supposed to be? I wonder if it'll let me do it from... Where's the sell point? Will it let me do it outside? I wonder. That's annoying. What about... Oh no, I can't believe it. After getting all the way here, it looks square, doesn't it? I don't think it's going to make any difference what way round I do it. Again, it's rather anticlimactic. Yeah, that's not good. Will it extend out the side? That's weird. Because I'm sure someone messaged me and said about getting a really good price using these pallets and getting a good price. And you can't take the egg boxes out of this. Oh, well, that's just... Nope. That's interesting, that's there. Oh. Flippity gibbets. I don't know why I'm trying this again. I know it's not going through the door. Definition of insanity. Oh. No. Oh well. Looks like it's Portside Cafe then. Now I'm going to look now and I'm going to be gutted, aren't I, at the price. What's it saying for eggs? 6,391. No. Granny! Why have you not got a bigger doorway? Just trying to look at the floor. No, I've raised it up high. It's just not going to work, is it? That is so frustrating. Oh well, I'll take it to the Portside Cafe. It's still an amazing price there. Don't know what I mean. Can I pull it through the wall? No. Lift it higher? No. Oh well. Tune in. Watch Mississippi P fail with all sorts of things. Boo. Well, you've seen me sell eggs at Portside Cafe before, so you don't need to watch me do that. What's the point of having He-Man powers if you can't push through a doorway? I have dropped off the empty egg crate back at the chickens. We're going to head up to the windmill, get the next one. I have had an interesting transport job just come up. Today may be transport jobs. I think what I might do as well, I've been saying it for a little while, I might take a whiz out with the smaller of the trailers, I say smaller, 70,000 litres, not small is it, to the imports and see about buying manure and how expensive it is. I might just get myself a little bit. Just so I'm going to tide myself over with my... I love that helicopter. Every time it goes past I stop to have a look. Yeah, just to keep my fruit trees going until I've built up a bit more from the cows and stuff. Maybe. Yeah, so the interesting one, if I get this one done nice and quickly, there's a transport job from the gold mine. Now I don't know if it's gold. I'm not actually too sure. Switch that back to the front because otherwise I forget to not put the front loader tool on. Now how am I going to do this time? I'll do it the same way I think. I'm just curious to see if we do come across something that's very heavy. So these flour bags, Jim's normally really good at making them look like whatever they're supposed to be. Organic flour. Somebody says so. And 5 pallets this time rather than 4. still more money in the pocket. I'm aiming towards, I think my next purchase is going to be the large JCB. And I think I'm going to sell, I was thinking, do I need 4 largish tractors? And I think I'm going to get rid of the foremost. Back up a bit. I think I'm going to get rid of the foremost because I am using it for fertilising jobs and stuff like that. But other than that, nothing. And it'd be nice, I think, to have another largish tractor, say largish, very large tractor, that I can just, they can be interchangeable between any jobs I want to do. So whether it's seeding, planting, pulling the plough, anything, I can just grab any one of my tractors. Plus it's quite fast as well. The JCBs are fairly rapid in the range. So I might do. No. I want all of them. I mean, using these forks, there is a downside to using these forks. And that is things like bales and stuff are alright. And even doing things like this, it's absolutely brilliant for loading. But if you stack a load of things on top of each other, if you're doing wall pallets and things like that, when you come to take them all off, it will grab everything. And I suppose that's the only downside to using these. Doesn't really matter how straight on this one is. Right. So I'm really curious about the gold now. Well, it says gold mine. It doesn't necessarily say gold, but it does say gold mine. Although the job does pay out quite well, so... Strap. Oh, only just. That one there. Only one really on each one. Bakery's just down the hill. Not far to go. Excellent stuff. So, no, what was I saying earlier about FarmCom? I'm not sure what. Actually, you know what I'm going to do while I'm sitting here, while I'm talking about it. Let's. Sorry, I'm just getting open next to me. Read more. So I've got the schedule for today. Oh, hang on. Right. So now it does say from 8 PM. Now that obviously that's going to change. So, schedule for today, Wednesday, July the 21st, is seasonal changes, US map Elm Creek, that's a bit worrying, and making of the cinematic trailer, so behind the scenes thing about the cinematic trailer. Then Thursday, 22nd of July, is going to be the world premiere of gameplay, so we'll be able to get some gameplay. Production chains and the Giant Engine 9.0, and we talk about that. And there's going to be lots of other things in between all these. I think there's going to be a few different presentations by people, chats, different people and groups, and they normally have that. Different manufacturers come in and people get chatted to about development of machinery and things like that. We don't want to go this way. And then we've got Friday, 23rd of July, is new crops, sound improvements, and the Stark Challenge. Now I should have taken another one, shouldn't I? The Stark Challenge, the real life bale stacking challenge that they're going to be implementing. Somebody's going to be implementing. Right, pop that there. So I was just curious to know what out of all of those things are people most interested to find out about. I mean, I would say without any shadow of a doubt is going to be the world premiere gameplay, which is tomorrow. Some of the other stuff has been covered in some of the blogs so far, but as far as I'm aware, the whole point of FarmCon is they're going to be giving us more information on those things. So whilst it is kind of the same, there should be more information added. You know, I would like to think there'll be more. It would be slightly disappointing if it's not. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Production chains still fascinate me. Having done the mod review yesterday of the bread and donuts mod, and I don't, you know, obviously I'm using the gold one here by Farmer Manu, but I kind of steer away from them normally, and I've said before I'm hoping that they're going to have some separate system that it isn't going to utilise the livestock the same as they do at the moment. But I'm really looking forward to that. From a person who likes to do storylines and narratives and, you know, adding extra things in to do. I've always been a big fan of new things, you know, especially with mods and things like that. that for me is brilliant. I know not everyone's happy about it. I know, you know, there's a lot of people, you know, we just want to do the farming. That's not farming. And it's not. If you're running a bakery, you're not a farmer. Of course you're not. But it just kind of, it runs the process through from end to end. And it is, you know, you can do a whole let's play of literally farm to fork, which I think I'm going to do when it comes out. We'll do a let's play. It'll be farm to fork. And it will be a kind of storyline or whatever it might be of your food production from sticking it in the ground to getting it out the other end and eating it. You know, where's it all come from? I think that's brilliant. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, that's completed and collected. So yeah, this one here, gold mine, pays 20 grand. Gold mine to transport company. So it's a bit of a trek, but from where I am now, it's quite quick and easy to get to. I'm just curious to see. Now, things like the Giant's engine, I'm not a modder, so things that regarding, I mean, there will be interesting things in there, I would imagine, but that's a more techie based thing, I would say. Making of the cinematic trailer interests me simply because I spend my days making videos, you know, and I don't make cinematic videos, but to learn processes of how to go about making cinematic videos I think would be interesting. One thing I'm a little bit, I know they're trying to keep more stuff to be a surprise, but I thought FarmCon was when they were going to be doing the surprise. They kind of already announced Elm Creek. We know we're getting Erlengratt, but a revised version of. I thought they were going to be spilling the beans a little bit on the extra map, the third map that we're going to be getting, but apparently not. But again, we'll see. Who knows what's going to come out of it. So I think what we'll do, I'll get these couple of transport jobs done, and then I'll go, I mean, even if I just use the money from these transport, yes, it's gold, isn't it? Oh, this is going to be heavy. I haven't got a real weight. Have I got enough weight on this JCB? I'm only going to do one at a time as well. We're transporting gold. I know I do it every single time, I'm so sorry. How heavy? Whoa. Too heavy. I'm going to need a weight. I can't lift it. I love that Jim's done that. He did it on Sussex Farms, you know, adding that extra physics to it. Wow, okay. Problem is, how do I go about doing this? I probably could do with a weight that has a rear trailer attacher on it as well. I'm going to whiz off and get a weight. I'll be back because I need to finish that off. Actually, what I can do while I'm here, I think I've got a gold bar as well. I think I've got one gold bar ready. One's still on the go. It's supposed to, the industrial gold production is supposed to do 2 gold bars a day, I think. If you get the standard one, it does 1.5 every 2 days. If I recall correctly, I'm just going over the rocks. Don't know why I'm going around the skirting around the outside. Yeah, that one I moved. That one's on the go. That one's done. So actually, what is gold? I better check that as well. What's gold actually selling for at the moment? I'm sure it's at about 16, or whatever that is. It's plummeted. It's plummeted. No, it's still 16. That will do. Thank you very much. Let's take that. I won't bother taking the Land Rover for this one. I think what I might do is let it run through a few days till we've got a few built up, and then we can sell some more. What I was thinking of doing was, again, no, that would be for probably more narrative. If I was doing a storyline, and because I'm treating that place as a gold smelting facility, what I was thinking of doing was, every time I sell a gold bar, is lease and return something. So that I can simulate the fact that I'm just being paid for smelting. Because realistically, this gold bar belongs to someone else. They've bought the gold to me. That's how I'm kind of judging it in my head. They've bought the gold to me. My industrial smelter is doing the smelting. And a bit like playing Gold Rush, the blacksmith, the smelter, the person that's doing that, gets a certain percentage of doing that work. So I should be getting something from this, but probably not all of it. And I was thinking of doing it, sort of splitting it in half. So it's finding something that I can lease for like 8 grand, and then returning it. So I haven't made all of that money. I'm only getting half of it because I'm only doing half the process. Do you think that seems about right? I don't know. Again, I mean, as I keep saying, I have said right from the start, this Let's Play has just been for me to explore the map, try out new things, do stuff I haven't done, use things I haven't used before or I haven't used in a while, and just play the game. Because I'm not doing a storyline, I don't have to justify it. In all honesty, I don't have to justify any of what I do normally. But I know, you know, things like that can infuriate people. The fact that all I'm doing is providing propane and I'm getting entire gold bars. So it was kind of a way of making it alright, you know. So, off to get a weight. Back in a minute. Okay, I grabbed a weight. Now I've got a funny feeling the weight won't hook up to the trailer, but the height of the weight, I may be able to hook the trailer underneath it. I suppose anyway, one way to find out, isn't it, really? I don't want this whole thing flipping up and going mad. Okay, that'll work. So, is the weight heavy enough then to pick up the gold? We're about to find out. It's big enough. That's still... Whoa! That's a 1600 kilo weight. Those back tyres are still floating, I can feel them. I'll try and put this in the centre of the trailer. Love it. Love it. So then from here, we'll get rid of those, we'll come back up, we'll grab a trailer. I've had an idea about the manure. It doesn't matter how expensive it is. I'm going to get a full load. I did think about getting a full 250,000 litres actually. And I should tell you for why, because I can put some down by the fruit trees, and I'll put a little pile down there that I can scoop up and use. I say a little pile, I don't know, 20,000 litres, something like that maybe. That'll keep me going until the animals can build up a bit more, which is fine. But any surplus I can sell at the biogas plant. Now, even if I don't make as much money as it cost me, the byproduct being digestate, I can sell. So realistically, I can actually make money. I could import some manure, use what I want, sell what I don't, and then sell the digestate to make a profit on the whole deal. Now, some people... That now won't hook up. What? I need that weight. Okay, obviously just the weight of the gold. Now some people may say it's cheating. I think it's just being an entrepreneur. It's entrepreneurial is what it is. Assuming it all works, there's absolutely no reason at all why not. Just thinking, what is it going for at the moment? Let's have just you know, it's worth a look. It's worth a look. So, digestate is dropping. 1,008 and falling. If I wait for a better price, but then manure at the biogas plant is 720. So as long as it doesn't cost me 1,720 for 1,000 litres of manure to buy, I won't be out of pocket. It's a win-win. Right, I'll see you down at the docks. We'll get rid of the gold. Then I'm going to come back. I think I might go for... Do we go for 250,000 litres? Or is that just pushing it a bit? I might. It's so nice to be able to go through the water taking gold and not losing it all into the depths. Although I did recover it all last time. appear to have opened my door. Let's try that again. There we go, right. I cannot go with the weight on here. What's the tractor ping back up when I release it? Boom. Does that say transport complete or not? Active. They're both on the floor. There were only two there, weren't there? No. Transport items from gold mine to transport company. 50%. Did I miss a pallet or two? Were there 4 pallets? Was I blinded so much by the gold I didn't notice? What has happened? No. So if there were other pallets up there and you were shouting and yelling at the screen, I can only apologise. Which means I have to run all the way back now. It's in the seals. There we go. Blimey, right. Collect. Right, I'll leave the weight here I think as well, because if we get any other jobs come up, although I think I released it regardless. Actually, I'll take it back up to the yard with me just in case. So I'm going to go and grab the lorry. I'll see you over at the imports and we'll see about getting some manure and we'll see how that pans out. I probably won't show me taking it all the way down to the biogas plant or anything like that. We'll just check out the price because I'm curious. My initial plan of just getting enough to have for the fruit trees has kind of developed somewhat. I have a horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach that I can't buy manure for. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I'll be pleasantly surprised if we can then. So, imports crane. Is this one right here? As long as it's cheaper than 1,720-ish to buy, we can make a profit. Let's get past these first hurdles though. 1. Does it do manure? It does. Start. Stop. 1,335 litres for 66. I think we can make a profit on this. You know what? Yeah, we'll go for it. Why not? Fill her up. 250,000 litres. I'll stick a bit down for the trees. The rest will go to the biogas plant. That's not bad, is it? And then obviously we won't get the money for the biogas manure until midnight, but then the digestate, because that'll be a rolling process. As soon as the price starts to come up, I'll then just start honking digestate out to the slurry yard, and that's a tidy little profit. That imports and exports. I am that middleman that everyone dreads. I don't understand why this stuff's so expensive in the shops. It's because of idiots like me adding on their little bit in the middle. No, what? I don't think so. I was still filling up, thank you very much. 4,561 for how many thousand litres? Oh, this is going to get a bit dark, but I suppose it's not supposed to be filling up that size trailers at the moment. Anyway, you can see where I'm going with this. I will probably see you tomorrow now, because I've got to wait for crops to grow, and then we'll be looking at a silage harvest. We should have a load more money in the bank. Possibly the new JCB as well. We'll get on with that. I might sell the Tonho and get a second. Well, it depends how much money we make on all this stuff, but at some point I'd like to sell the Tonho and get a second of the why can I never remember the name of it? Right, let's just get on with that quickly before it runs out. We had 90,000 litres for just over 4 grand. Oh man, that's going to bug me again. And every single time I click on it, I go, oh yeah, course. It's the Lexion. Why can't I remember Lexion? So anyway, on that entrepreneurial bombshell, this is where we're going to end the episode. It's been a bit more transporty than farmy today. I realise that, but hey, jobs I was doing. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.